Exclusive, behind Astonishing Rudi's diet, fast weight loss, and how to unlock the truth about why you can. How it all began, Rudi's diet. Rudi grew up in Aberdeen, Scotland, where he has lived all his life. Up to the age of 16 with his parents, within the first Camp Hill, Rudolf Steiner school in the UK, which started in 1939, by Karl Konig, an Austrian paediatrician. Nowadays, more schools have opened in different parts of the world. Many elements of Waldorf teachings have been used within the Camp Hill schools around the globe. A lot of today's world leaders in business and entertainment have put their children to Waldorf schools due to the understanding and teaching methods. These are all part of Rudi's diet philosophy in our teachings and understandings of the human within. This is why we have this different approach to the diet world and the way we do business you find today. So, this understanding behind Rudi's diet has had little influence from any other diet programs. Than to be highly effective, Rudi's approach is both new, attempting to use the super sensible knowledge of the world and the destination of humankind. Where she was educated, in the Hanover Waldorf School in 1944. Eventually taking up a teacher's training post in the Camp Hill Rudolf Steiner School in Aberdeen, where she is still teaching today, who is 87 years young. It was there she met and married Stefan, who was from Denmark and also on teacher's training. Within this voluntary life in residential school, which is a diverse community, comprising of several large houses, within an estate where children with special needs lived residentially. When Rudi was born, his mother named him Rudolf after Rudolf Steiner. Rudi attended the local normal school to the age of 16. No television was allowed within the estate, and he grew up with different dimensions to understand all things. Both Rudi's parents used the teachings within both Camp Hill and the Waldorf educational systems and learnings, while bringing him up with the philosophy of this education they were both part of. During his life growing up, and still today. As they say, every day is a school day. Rudi started judo at 12 years old, progressing on to karate 3 times a week, slowly progressing to where his instructor positioned him as the first and only professional full-time instructor. Rudi carried on training for 6 days per week for the next 20 years, and teaching up to 16 classes a week. Regularly teaching and participating in international courses all over Europe and the UK several times a year. Following the direction of the association and, still does today, he participates in daily routines. It was during this time that he found his passion for teaching. Due to his techniques and understanding in the way he was teaching, his classes were always full. His instructor pointed him towards one-to-one teaching during the day. It was these daytime sessions, it became an added dimension to his thinking. As the clients were not on the same level to participate in karate, as that road is a very intense, comprehensive and time-consuming. Day in day out, over years with little or no breaks or holidays. Rudi found this was an out-and-out challenge to get someone to lose weight fast. Time and time again, endlessly, he eliminated foods on a strict regime that gave results that were positive all the time. This birth to understanding how to finding the fast diet started over 20 years ago, which we bring you today. Although, Rudi always felt there has to be an easier way, which is a faster, more productive, and more straightforward method around the corner. It took until his early 50s, when an old knee injury called for attention for the fast diet. This was when Rudi had that lightbulb moment. As Rudi had been down many roads and types of diet plans, but never finding the results until now. It was the years leading up to, just before the operation, that Rudi increased weight. Incredibly by 42 pounds over Rudi's normal weight, which he had never been in his lifetime. So, this was an added shock to Rudi and the friends that had known him. This was the turning point for the brief history behind Rudi's diet, fast weight loss. Rudi had applied all his knowledge on diet, but nothing significant had taken place, also remembering that dynamic exercise was a non-starter for sure. This was new for Rudi, how to lose weight without a degree of exercise. As most of the diets around the globe have a degree of exercise in the programs. This is one of the main issues with weight loss and exercise. Just like oil and water, they don't and should not be mixed. So, here's the exclusive behind Astonishing Rudi's diet, fast weight loss, and how to unlock the truth about why you can. Then he came to that light bulb moment of an answer to bring people's weight down effectively, without any inhuman applications of diet or exercise. I started to apply the new thinking, which included 10 plus crucial elements. Then I started losing the 42 pounds, which only took 3 months. With no exercise, due to my ever-improving injury. Exclusive, behind Astonishing Rudi's diet, fast weight loss, and how to unlock the truth about why you can. Continued just simply, removing the liquid gold products, which is covered in the program, from my shopping trolley, and increase my daily water intake. Which is part of our mission to help more people around the globe to understand, with clearer dimensions of associating with the liquid gold dimension to products. The program has been redeveloped, as we have been doing trials along the way, so now it's getting faster to remove the weight, in some cases. Immediately as Rudi was aware of the success, he introduced this to associated people that he knew, who would both benefit and pursue with diligence. All enjoyed the speed within hours of starting. There were a few that wandered off course by not applying all the principles, yet they too lost weight, but not as significant, like the ones that had applied the full program. This confirmed that these simple steps do work. This is just a new mode of content, transporting through our bodies. The stubborn part is the belief in the application, and personal acceptance will only hold through the endeavor of results, along with generally feeling better. We know it's difficult when one person says something relating to diet or health that makes sense, and another says something that makes sense too, but they both overlap and collectively confuse us. Now, that is an example of one thing looking from two angles. Rudi's feeling is the noise out there of opinion comes from thousands of angles with too many paths to follow. Through the direction of neutral thought, we are concentrating on the volume within types of foods that were prevalent in history. Using up-to-date knowledge of eliminating questionable foods, even if they have a healthy part. Yet some people are unaware of the association with weight gain. It must be simple, easy to understand, and apply along with fast results, to feed the endeavor of enthusiasm, due to its speed of instant results within hours of starting. There is one adoptive narrative, where there are thousands of communities in the world that have evolved, and maybe thrive, with slightly or even significantly different bacteria and reactions of absorptions within the gut. So the angle of Rudi's diet is to untie the tangled normal and excite the child within us. To feel good about ourselves, with clear, incremental steps to follow, with the respect that the benefits will follow. If the path is set out, truth and honesty. Through the endeavor of understanding, to believe. We are all different, and searching whether to accept or reject with little time, to maybe fully understand. The purity of belief has to connect between parts of current findings, but more connection needs to be activated to the past core structure of day-to-day volumes of food, of which a volume is now much less due to now adding to that core volumes the fashion food selections of today. We have to remember, our bodies were formed to become human through the regular available foods of the past. That is what we are. We must remember that our bodies have still the same workings internally, which has not changed. Only the outside world has changed regarding food and how we catch it. We go to the supermarket, process and cook it. The interesting period has to start over 4,000 years ago. We must respect that very few people were able to document the facts of day-to-day life. In no way must we think any person was less clever than today. There were very clever people going back to the start, and the traditions were handed down from one generation to another. We will later on, in our program, gladly remove the veil to what we will call the celebrated foods of humankind. These foods need to be included, again in our lives, but more importantly, the volume or proportion that nature originally intended. We all eat these foods, but nowhere near the volume. They are only a fraction of what fueled the human. In the most natural form, we are now playing catch up with the past. Also, we need to eat them in the form in which they were naturally served. So the absorption reflects what our bodies were designed to deal with naturally. We believe getting this right will truly develop an understanding to feel at one with. Overabsorption is a big issue, in many ways. Rudi's anthroposophical dimension has been part and around him all his life. Some will struggle with not being ready to receive, and that's okay too. But hopefully, what Rudi's diet intent is to add another dimension of description that could leave, or create a space in our thinking to excite change, and share the view through this new small window into the past. With the advanced tools we have available today, to view these findings, developing a clear path for today's world. So we hope you enjoyed the video exclusive, Behind Astonishing Rudi's Diet, Fast Weight Loss, and How to Unlock the Truth About Why You Can. We wish you well on your own journey of weight control, for your lifetime. We hope you enjoyed this video updated exclusive, Behind Astonishing Rudi's Diet, Fast Weight Loss, and How to Unlock the Truth About Why You Can.